Welcome to the Manchester United preview show. This is brought to you by Vertical Football, and we are discussing all Manchester United today. It is the Fulham versus Manchester United match in the game week 2 of the English Premier League. So, Shegun, how are you? And how have you seen the Manchester United match in the last match?
I think we're very, very happy with the performance of that game, because normally every Manchester United fan that is objective knew that we didn't expect to win. Yeah. But I think we were disappointed because having played so well, we also expected that you get a point at least in that game. Yeah. And also because of the refereeing decisions, also it was not so good.
An undeserved loss.
An undeserved loss. And I wasn't happy about it because this is like the third game straight that we're having discussions about refereeing decisions against Arsenal. So and it wasn't nice. But nevertheless, we enjoyed the intensity, we enjoy the commitment for 90 minutes, we enjoy the desire to want to play, and these are the things we just want. For every Manchester United fan, we know, yes, 3 points is a long shot currently, but put in your best. When you put in your best, we know at least we tried.
Yeah. So please change the narrative in my mind. So this is my narrative of Manchester United. Against big team, we always see a different Manchester United. But when they come in to play the mid-table team and the low-bottom team, it tends to be a different Manchester United. Tell me that's not what happened in the Arsenal match, and that's not what we are going to be seeing in this match.
Yeah, you know, one thing about it is that this is a new Manchester United squad.
Okay.
This is a new Manchester United squad. When you look at the fact that you've had to let go of 5-6 players that they've not sold them, but they're potentially going
like
to
these
leave.
People are not playing for us.
So we expect that this is a new Manchester United squad, but also it's a mentality thing. And I agree with you in terms of we always come out when the whole world is thinking they're going to beat us. You always want to come out and play. But I think we cannot really say whether it is a change or not a change until let's see how this match goes. And again, it's not about the result of this game. Funny enough, it's about how do we perform. You know, what is our approach? Are we having that same intensity we had against Arsenal? It's only the two things that will show us if we are facing every game as it goes. And I believe that will be the message of the manager to the squad throughout the week, that keep up the same intensity, keep up the same desire. Yes, it's Fulham, but it's still 3 points. Arsenal, big game, is still 3 points. You know, if you are playing Leeds, if you are playing the newly promoted, it's still 3 points. In the league, every game
counts.
Every game is important. It's of the same importance. Except maybe when you now go to where deeper in the season where you now have to, but every game is still 3 points.
So that's very nice. I think you structure the viewpoints that I have. So now let's talk about Manchester United versus Fulham. Most of the time, according to what the stats says, when Manchester United play against Fulham at home, it has always been a victory for Manchester United most of the time. Do you think that just gives you this confidence going into this match?
Yeah, I knew a time when we used to go to, I think that's up, is it that the Craven Cottage, right?
Craven Cottage.
I knew a time we used to go to Craven Cottage during the likes of Damien Duff were there, and we had a lot of Kamara and all those guys, and we used to find it difficult. Sometimes we drop points there during Ferguson's era. So I knew that, but I'm not really a fan of those. We've had this thing. It's about the year and the
what's
now.
Going on now?
Yeah, and the now. Any record can be broken. So especially when you're playing for Manchester United or when you're a fan of Manchester United, you know that records have been broken a lot of times. But I think it's just about the 3 points. We should not look at any previous. It's about this game. Get your 3 points. Get the 3 points. Get it with a very good performance. And that will kick off the season.
All right. So let's go into what you think the strength of Manchester United will be in this match and their weaknesses.
Yeah, I think our strengths will be like the way Arsenal. The strength we had against Arsenal. I expect that in the sense of the ease to build up. I think Fulham is not a team that literally presses you straight. They might press you in such a way that they might want you to go through the sides. So, but I feel it's something that, and we are also very good on the sides. So it's going to be very, very good. So I just want to say that our build up is as the same level or even better than it was against Arsenal. Then I also want to see that our number 10s and their connection with the wing backs get better, because when you look at the first half, Dogu had a very fantastic chance against Arsenal. You know, even when you look at the likes of Kuna, also great movements. You know, in that inside space between the wing back and the hole. Yeah. So that space. So I don't want to see our movements in that area. And obviously in the midfield, I know Fulham is also a team that they like to win the ball in the center of the park. Yeah. They like to win the ball in the center of the park. And I think they have decent players in the center of the park.
Yes, Sanderbeg, Lukic.
Yeah, to do that. So that's why we have to be very, very careful in terms of let's keep the ball. Let's not lose the ball aimlessly in the center of the park. Yeah. So, and I feel if we're able to do that and just take our chances, because I don't expect us to get many chances like we had against Arsenal. Mm-hmm. I don't expect that, but if you're having 3-4 chances, let's just get a goal.
Yeah, it's quickly. So let's move into the next one, which is what do you see as your predicted 11? Who are these players that you want to be fielding in this match?
So obviously, I don't think we'll change much. I don't think it changed much, but I'm expecting 2 changes, really. Okay. 2 changes in the lineup because it's Fulham. I'm expecting that we start with Bayindel. For me, I think you have to start with Bayindel. You have to. Funny enough is, I don't know the discussion. Bayindel had a very good game against us now. Yes, the goal. I know the goal is what people remember, but I said this in the 5 things we did after the game. The amount of line breaking passes. I feel you have to be paying for a good performance.
Okay.
In my opinion, and I feel yes, on paper, Onana is the number 1. But the fact is that you don't just remove a performing goalkeeper because your number 1 is back. And it's not as if the gap between your number 1 and Bayindel is that much. You understand? So if I was a coach, I keep Bayindel and I'll tell Onana, wait for your chance. You have to wait for your chance. Yes, you have to wait for your chance. Wait for your chance. And maybe I will look at the Carabao Cup games that are coming after this Fulham game and I might play Onana there. He missed the preseason. So that's my reason. Yeah. You miss the preseason. You need to change more.
But we have, sorry to cut you there. We have seen something like this where in the Liverpool last season, where we have somebody like Kelly having a very good run of form when Alisson was out. And then Alisson came back without any discussion on anything. Kelly had to sit on the bench for Alisson to come into the team.
That difference is that the gap between Alisson and Kelly is wide.
Okay.
That's the major thing. The gap between Alisson and Kelly is wide. So the gap between Onana and Bayindel is not that wide.
Can we put them on the same level?
Onana,
not on the same level.
Is a little bit better.
Yeah.
A little bit better. Yeah. But the fact is that we can't really even understand. I was saying something. I don't know if it was online or out there. I was telling Komi that I feel we should give Bayindel 10 games. If you're not going to sign a goalkeeper, let's give him 10 games. Because truly, there's no better goalkeepers out there. Donnarumma is not it. I don't. People are just.
No, I think he's good, but it's not the profile that Manchester United needs,
and even the salary profile and everything. So it's not what we're looking at. But looking at Donnarumma, so I just feel what I saw. Yes, I know they are obvious, and the cross and nod and everything will also be a problem against Fulham. Yeah. But I'm like, I want to give him. I don't want to just yank him off. Yeah. He has confidence, a very good game. Yes, a little mistake against Arsenal. I want him to play against Fulham. Let me give him his chance. Maybe, and if he messes up, then Onana comes back inside.
All right, so let's go to the centre back.
So centre back, I think you keep your centre back, Luke Shaw, Delete, and Euro.
Are you settling in for Luke Shaw already?
No. The fact is, I wanted Evan to start the game, but Evan had a knock. And because it was Arsenal, so you needed experience. And Luke Shaw had a good game against Arsenal.
Okay.
Funny enough, he had a good game. So let's keep that. Let's just keep that same. You don't want to just start changing teams. Let's keep it. So then, for consistency, I'll use Dogu. I'll use Ahmad. Yeah. I really believe I'll use Ahmad. I feel Ahmad should have started that game against Arsenal, but we cannot blame the coach because he expected that Arsenal were going to come out and play. He didn't know that. If he knew that Arsenal were going to be different, he would have used Ahmad. So Ahmad plays, so Dalot will be on the bench. Yeah. Then I feel Bruno Casemiro again. I think Bruno Casemiro again. You want to just replay them for a decent performance against Arsenal. Kunwa Mbemo, and I think I start Sesko this game.
I think I buy into the idea of starting Sesko this way because I watched some clips of the Arsenal's match against Manchester United and I saw a whole lot of chances where you have somebody on the right hand side close to the post and there's
nobody in the center. Because it was the first night by Mason Mount. So Mason Mount is everywhere.
Yeah,
but it's everywhere. You know when you're everywhere, the striker position is not a position you should be everywhere. You should be at the right time, right place at the right time, and he did everything right. But sometimes when we had those cutbacks, there was somebody inside center. So I want to start Sesko. Let's put him right in the hot fire.
Yeah,
and let's see. And even if the maybe there's something based on training that maybe Sesko is not yet adapting to the team's then you start Zexi. But we need to start a striker.
Yeah. So this is another thing I would like you to like just speak about. This is my own viewpoint, and because you're a Manchester United fan, I want to see where you see from. When I was trying to like make an analysis of the Manchester United and Arsenal's match. Manchester United played very close to the box and had some cutbacks and tried to like add some crosses, but we found out that Mbeumo and Konya are people who do not necessarily like to run into the box when somebody is crossing the ball. They like to stay out in the zone 14, like at the top of the box, to take all those quick and hit shots. Do you think that's going to be a problem? Because if you're having somebody come from the right hand or the left hand, and it's only Sesko who is like battling two defenders there, do you think that's going to?
I think we just have to have variations in cutbacks. So there are some cutbacks where you play it, into the box for the striker to just tap in. And there are some that when people think you're going to play to that zone, when they've gone inside, you just play it and somebody does it. So I think it's just variation. We just have to work on, and I'm happy that I think I did an episode where I talked about the fact that those assist zones be very important for us. And it would have been important against Arsenal, but there was nobody there. So it's just about variations. It's about variations because teams also expect that since it's Sesko,
they will have to go into the box.
And once they do the mistake of going
into the box,
you can just be like Konya or Mbeumo that will just drop back and receive it and
it is into the net.
And it will be very nice.
Yeah. So what's going to be like your expected results in this match?
Really, for this game, I want Manchester United to win. So it's not going to be something that's going to be very logical. Yeah. But for me, I want Manchester United to win, and I want us to win big. So I would say a 3-1 win for Manchester United, 3-1 or 3-0. I want us to just win big because I believe if we have the same performance against Arsenal this game, I think it will be nice. I just want to just win. But I'm looking at a 2-1. But I because of the love for the club, let me say 3-0, 3-1 win.
Yeah. So lastly, do you have any worries about Manchester United midfield?
Yes, I definitely there are worries because we need to buy midfielders or a midfielder. Yeah. But for this game, I don't necessarily think our midfield will be that exposed because Fulham is not a possession-based, dominating kind of. It's just that we should not make mistakes in the midfield. We should not let them win the ball easily in the midfield because that defensive transition and their own attacking transition can also be dangerous. So for me,
it's safe. All right. Thank you very much for that. It's nice having you on the show. So guys, please like, share, and subscribe. This is brought to you by Vertical Football. Till we see you another time. Thank you.